Good morning, beloveds. Ugh. Okay, I come into the room to do it, and two of the cats followed me in. We'll see if they make an appearance. I'm not holding my breath. I have oh, that might be Chico. Apparently, we're getting comments from the Peanut Gallery. If you can hear that, that's Foster. He's the black one with green eyes. All right. So, it is September 8th. Our title is The Protecting Power of the Infinite Sustains Me. And our quote is, "Now that you have purified yourselves by obeying the truth so that you have sincere love for your brothers, love one another deeply from the heart." And that is 1 Peter 1:22. As a child turns to its parents for comfort, so every man is relying on God, whether or not he realizes it. This concept is so universal that it has been present in every age, with all people and at all times. Jesus dared to place his hand serenely in the hand of the invisible. His works justified his words. His faith was manifest through his acts. Nothing has happened to reality since this glorified figure walked the highways of human experience. With equal confidence, you should believe in the protecting presence of the ever-available Spirit. Today, you are to hold your thought steadfast in the realization that God withholds nothing from you. Therefore, prepare yourself for a life of joy, love, happiness, and well-being. Say, "I know that the law of God surrounds me with love and friendship. I let it radiate in my environment. Bless everything I touch, make whole that which is weak, turn fear into faith, and accomplish the miracle of healing through love. I believe in myself because I believe in God. I accept life fully, completely, without reservation, holding to the conviction that good is the eternal reality, that God is the everlasting presence, that Christ within me is the eternal guide, that my life is complete today." All right. So the first thing is that first line, as a child turns to its parent for comfort. Not everybody had great parents. Not everybody was able to turn to their parents for comfort. My parents were very young and made a lot of mistakes. I imagine most parents make plenty of mistakes, especially if you were the oldest child. So if you don't have a great relationship with your parents, and you hear lines like that, and you're like, "I don't want to think about God like a parent," then don't. Somewhere in your life, there is somebody who is that calm, comforting presence. That's who you want to think about. God is a concept that is too big for us to grasp fully. Therefore, when we make the attempt to grasp at the concept of God, we have to narrow our window. And so what it is what we're doing is we are grasping aspects of, because God is infinite. And there's no way that we, right now, in the material form, can grasp all of that. And so what you want to do is reach for the person in your life, past or present, who has been that soft, comforting present. Is it a grandparent? Is it an aunt? Is it a friend? Who is it in your life that is that calm, comforting presence, that person that you can sit with and know that you are safe and warm and what have you. So when you are looking at God, that's what you're reaching for. So if you don't have that relationship with a parent, then that's fine. Look for that person in your life, because that's what you're reaching for in the protecting power. Okay? And then in that second sentence, he really kind of smacks us by saying, nothing has happened to reality since Jesus walked the earth. Meaning everything that Jesus did, and he even said that, all of these things and more you will do. What we have been unwilling to do is place our hand in the divine with the complete, and I'm going to use the word abandon that Jesus did. Jesus so trusted that he was like, use me as a vessel. Use me as a vessel. He opened himself completely up to the divine. And our level of trust isn't quite what his is. There have been other teachers who do have that level of trust. He just happens to be the most famous. So Ernest and Raymond are saying, nothing's changed. We can still do this. Are you willing? Are you willing? So the protecting power of the infinite sustains me. That's the title. And the Bible quote is, now that you have purified yourself by obeying the truth. Okay? You've purified yourself by obeying the truth so that you have sincere love for your brothers. Basically, in the teachings, love one another as yourselves, right? How much do you love yourself? That's how much you have to love each other, which is kind of scary because when you walk around this world, you see a whole lot of people that don't love themselves. How are they loving on others? And that can answer a whole lot of questions right there on what's going on. And okay, I get it. You don't have to love others you don't have to love yourself to love others. But somewhere in there, you got to have that balance. If you find it within yourself to love another, then you know how to do it. Work on loving yourself. And when you love yourself, then work on loving others as much as you love yourself. That is obeying the truth. That is how we purify ourselves, by love. That's how we purify ourselves. That's how we obey the truth. Love one another deeply from the heart. Okay, so that's 1 Peter 1:22. So, as a child turns to its parent for comfort, so every person is relying on God. And I've already said my piece on the parents. Whether or not they realize it. So we lean on God whether we realize it or not. Because the very power that animates us comes from God. Comes from Spirit. The Spirit within us is the Spirit of. So we rely on God all the time. We just aren't consciously aware of it. This concept is so universal that it is present in every age, with all people, and at all times. Go read any religious tradition, and you will see this. I don't think that there's a religious tradition out there that doesn't say, hey, this is the truth. There is a God, and we rely on the power of. Now, some people have gotten really weird about it, but it's still there. If you take all the frosting off, that's the underlying thing. Jesus dared to place his hand serenely in the hand of the invisible. His works justified his word. His faith was manifest through his acts. So we're talking about Jesus. Nothing has happened to reality since this glorified figure walked the highway of human experience. Nothing's changed. A whole lot has changed. And yet, God didn't. And at the base of us, we haven't either. We are still the same people as when Jesus walked the earth. With equal confidence, you should believe in the protecting presence of the ever-available Spirit, because that hasn't changed. Today, you are to hold your thought steadfast in the realization that God withholds nothing from you. Therefore, prepare yourself for a life of joy, love, happiness, and well-being. So here's our power treatment. Here's our affirmation. Here's our statements that we can use. And he says it in the I. He uses the I statements here. So please use these words as your own. I know that the law of God surrounds me with love and friendship, because that is what God is. Love and friendship. I let it radiate in my environment. I have to give permission for this power, this love, this friendship to radiate through me. So I let it radiate in my environment, bless everything I touch, make whole that which is weak, turn fear into faith, and accomplish the miracle of healing through love. Okay? I have to give permission for that. You have to give permission for that. That power will flow through you at so much, you can handle so much more than you think you can of this power flowing through you. You just have to be willing. I believe in myself because I believe in God. I believe in myself because I believe in God. Because I know who I am. I know who made me. God made me. You've seen the old meme, God don't make no junk. Well, God made you. So God made you to allow that power to flow through you. So I believe in myself because I believe in God. I accept life fully, completely, without reservation, and that is a terrifying concept. To accept life without reservation. It is. And I accept that. And yet, what I know about it is it's a spiritual adventure. So I accept life fully, completely, without reservation, holding to the conviction that God is the eternal reality, that good is the eternal reality, that God is the everlasting presence. So if God is the everlasting presence, then good is the eternal reality, and then I can accept life without reservation. That Christ within me is the eternal guide, that my life is complete today. My life is whole. Everything I need is already around me. It does hinge on me being willing to, 1, be conscious of it, and 2, accept it. Okay, so our mission today, should we choose to accept it, and I'm going to give us the terrifying one, is to accept life fully, completely, without reservation. Because we know that good is the eternal reality, and that God is the everlasting presence, and that Christ is the eternal guide. We are not walking this path alone. We have never walked this path alone. Even when we think we have been alone, we are not alone. Because within us, we're born with the Christ consciousness already installed. We come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. And the spirit that animates us is the Spirit of God. We have never been alone. Ever. Even when we thought we were, we're not. That is the mission, to accept life without reservation. Because we know. Because we know. All right, beloveds, I am also going to, as I always do, encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like today. Today, I was at the trainer, he asked me to do something, and I couldn't. And I said, I cannot, and here is why. And he says, okay. I said, what else can we do to get at those muscles that you're trying to get at with this move that I cannot? And so he gave me something different to do. And we'll see. We'll see. I have a chiro appointment on Friday, so we'll see if we can't figure out what is going on with this knee that is giving me all kinds of grief. Because that's what got in my way. There was nothing else he asked me to do except for one thing, and I just couldn't, because I couldn't put the pressure on the knee. So that was my loving, kind, compassionate thing. I said no. I said no. I didn't say I'm not going to work out. I said I can't do what you're asking me to do. Help me do it another way. So, and no is a complete sentence, and no is something that is loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Use it. Use it. All right. I am also going to encourage you to engage your mind and your body, because trust me, I showed up to the workout pretty grumpy, and I'm in a much better mood now. And that's the power of working out. That's the power of engaging the mind and the body. That's the power of just going for a walk. It can help to shift your mood. That face full of sun, first thing in the morning. I mean, it wasn't an amazing sunrise, but I got to see that. So, whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. And drink plenty of water. I know it was cooler this morning, but hey, still, water, 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 drink more, please drink plenty of water. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. It's right here, right now, all around you. It is really about our acceptance and our willingness to see it, to look for the good, to look for the beauty. All right. I know there's a book study today, The Living of the Science of Mind. I think it's at 6. It's on Zoom. Email info@creativelife.org if you're interested in that. It's one that you can drop in and out of. Beyond that, just check out the email. Follow us on all the social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Creative Life Spiritual Center on 2, and the Instagram is the Creative Life Spark. And I am the Running Rev Ryan on all 3 of those platforms. Yeah, we'll get to TikTok eventually. Oh, God help me. All right, do what you need to do to make it a wonderful day, an amazing day, a fantastic day, a great day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. That is your state of grace. That is our state of grace. And grace isn't earned, it is given. And God always gives grace. Always. All right. I'm going to show you the cameos because they have stayed the entire time. There's the orange one scratching over there. That's Chico. And then down here, oh, what? He's going to move. Oh, he's going to be camera shy. No, come here. Come here. Yep. That is my Foster. He was supposed to be a Foster. He's been with us for like 14 years now. So, and he's camera shy. So, do what you need to do. Take care of yourself and know that you are loved. All right, beloveds, I will see you next time.